Welcome my friend back to Manor Lords, hardest difficulty, keeping the peace scenario, and this is the episode where we take the fight to the scummy Baron. It's time to go on the offensive, that's right. And for the first time here in this series, we have time-lapsed a little bit of time for the village off camera. I really wanted to make sure that our trade route, as we get a little hiccup here on the save, was balanced out correctly so that we were able to make income while still supporting the imports that we were using to keep the tavern going and then also keep the blacksmith supplied with his raw materials. And oh, have we done it. Regional wealth of 1,200. We have a time-lapse 2 years, and that's all. And we've still made a handsome profit for ourselves. This means that our treasury should spike as well because I believe we tax a percentage of the current regional wealth. I've been spending some on being able to expand our retinue. We have also enlarged the manor. Construction is still ongoing. We've got the tax office that's just cosmetic. We're laying the foundations of some of the walls, some of the towers, etc. One of the towers actually will give us a benefit. It's going to allow us to expand the retinue a little bit more. With the amount of money we had, we expanded the sheep herd. We had to import all the sheep to get them up to a population I was happy with, and now that yarn is one of our steady exports. We've thrown in some additional residential zones, all of these trying to make sure they had the improvements to be able to support their families with food. And another core piece as we want to expand is right here, the pack stations. These will allow us to set up trade routes with other regions we control, whereas the actual trade post trades off the map. So that's a way that we get that income going, but this is a way that we can send resources out to a settlement. I'm eyeing the northern expansion where we're going to be able to set up farms and get new lines of economy going. That'll also, as we go all the way out here, these two regions were the starter Baron regions that I believe are contingent for actually winning the scenario, and taking this will give us a nice border. We can get rid of this bandit camp, be able to get in here, start the farms, and then over here we have the rich iron deposit that I'd love to be able to get, so then we could actually just stop importing iron for a while. I think the idea is that the settlements are not going to try and be highly developed villages. They're just going to try and send goods back, and this will be our industrial hub. We'll see how well that plays out. Maybe we do need to develop a little bit more. It's a little bit of uncharted territory for me, setting up those new regions. We also have a lot more logging set up. We have foresters' huts to be able to get the reforestation efforts going, but we've got the woodcutters, so this is firewood. This is logging. The saw pit is more for planks and advanced carpentry construction. Had to make sure that we had enough planks coming in to keep all the weapons production, and the joiner's workshop that's making one of our primary exports, or small shields, depending on what we need. That's frustrating, as we've had to fight bandits in the Baron that every time your unit, a man dies in the field, his equipment is just lost. You bury the body, and I guess you burn the equipment with him. This is our warrior tradition, so nobody uses another warrior's weapons. And the women of our settlement have married and remarried so many times. We're on year 8. Some of them have probably had 8 husbands, as they get married in the winter, and then in the spring and summer when the Baron comes on the offensive, the militia all line up, and if you are a melee boy, you're probably gonna die. Okay, manor expansion, I think just finished for now. Yes. And with this, we've expanded. Yes, the garrison tower is expanded. And we can now host a retinue of up to 24, I believe. Now, it seems like the Baron has been able to get even more. Like, I think he packs 32 in his units, but a unit of 24 of the elite units would be excellent. And if we have enough money coming into the treasury, we could start buying armor for the guys, or we could try and start producing armor ourselves, which I would prefer, but we'll see where things take us. Get 2 more units here, so we have 10 knights ready to lead our forces. I think this is time for us to make our move. First up, we want to secure our mercenary contract. I do believe that these mercs are, we and the Baron share the potential merc contracts. And so if we don't hire them first, the Baron would be able to hire them. We're going to march these guys. It could potentially take them any turn. Let's run them in and then give them a breather maybe before we fight. I'd be okay paying over because the treasury is just in such a healthy spot right now. Once they make it, we'll rally our own units and then look to press in. This My understanding is the Baron already controls this, so I'm fully expecting a fight, and I know we have the bandits to weed out as well, so we're going to be very happy to have these units out and prepared. They've got a ways to go. We're going to fill up the polearm militia to its max, and then I might just keep the blacksmith on making the polearms, expecting to need to replenish. We could switch over to the militia footmen, but I'm not anticipating using them in this conflict. It's really expensive to keep these guys. These guys require the shields and the swords. Okay, so the swords require 2 iron, and then the shields require 2 planks. So it's like the peak of kind of 2 different separate chains of industry, whereas the polearm militia, my guess is their stats are just not quite as good, or their defense is not as high without being able to have the shields. They just require the polearms, which is 1 plank and then one iron ingot to be able to make the polearm. Mercs are arriving in position. Rally my archers to me, Raise the polearms and raise the retinue. Forward, my knights, to conquest. With our army assembled, it's time to go for it. Here we go. Press the go button. Select the region, claim with influence. Influence you gain through fighting bandits. You get lump sums building the manor and the church, and then you also get a trickle of influence as you tithe food to the church, whatever from your harvests. We're tithing right now like a tiny 2%, so we'll get a little bit, but I'm not really focusing on it. Honestly, our food stocks are in a pretty healthy spot. We could probably tithe more, but for now we've got plenty of influence stored up to be able to keep ourselves occupied. Units are about assembled. I think it's time to advance. Let's move forward. Make sure we keep on marching up. The gauntlet has been thrown. Battle for Nusseloo. Ah, the Baron is here. Yes. Battlefield is in this position. Okay. Let's drop within this tree line if we can. All the Baron's units, of course, arrive fresh on the scene. As we walk, hopefully we can wear off or replenish some of the fatigue bars, the stamina of my units. The Mercs had a very long march here. Their contract's going to roll over, isn't it? Yeah, for sure it is. But I've got enough in the treasury for the first time, maybe ever, to be able to pay them multiple months in a row. Baron's units just camped out here in the open. Seems they have spotted us. And battle begins. They're coming straight in at us with the retinue. Move back. Catch them. Archers. Be prepared, boys. Hold your ground. Let's get in behind him. I want you guys to push. Give him a charge. You men, also. Take him out. We have our archers skirmishing theirs that are on a flanking maneuver. These guys fire at will. Able to pick down, whittle away at their retinue. Stand your ground, men. Give nothing back. That new family's moving in. Back home. Perfect. We'll need them to be able to replenish our losses, I'm sure. This side of the battlefield is going very well. Quite the melee. Just absolute bloodbath. There we have the encirclements. Their units are breaking. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Our retinue is not even taking very much damage. It's perfect. Able to be on the flank, just deal damage with those heavy knights. Now, of course, in the middle, we've completely folded. So, fall back. You men as well. Fall back. There we go. We broke 2 of their units here. We lost 1 of our own. These are the Merc archers. Keep falling back. You men, line out. Yeah, just pepper the retinue in the back here, please. You guys. Position here. Broke them. Perfect. Dude, this is the hammer unit. We got him. Archers, hold him in position here for a sec. We got him again. Fantastic. Now hunt him down. Position. What is it? You guys into spread out formation. Yeah, I lost one of your units, but that's all. Do my militia have spread out? They do. These guys can just held. Basically, when they spread out, they're able to move faster. Hopefully to chase down the archers. Though I suppose we could just wait. I mean, we have such a range advantage here. Let's have our archers move into skirmish. Yeah. You guys, maybe we get an encirclement going. Do the long flank here. I think they're falling for the encirclement. Actually focusing on the merc infantry. Getting around them. Where's that bandit camp? I'd hate to get... Okay, I think it is... Yeah, it's way a ways. Okay, we don't have to worry about that at all. Give them a charge, boys. Coming in downhill. Catch them. Catch them. They seem to be slowed in the forest. Oh, but why are you moving so slow? Come on. I know you've been marching for weeks and then fighting for days here, but you gotta give me something. Wow. Ripping. This can't possibly be what the game is intended to be, with archers literally walking backwards as fast as my units can advance. There we go. They got some get up and go just to be able to close here. I think we got him. There's the reinforcements. The pike militia coming in. Nice. Oh, multiple region management. You can quickly cycle between your commanded regions by pressing T. I got it. So let's do that now. There we go. That's a low. I still... Oh, I said the regional wealth is not shared. That's interesting. That'll be tough. But my treasury is shared. Okay. Picturesque cliffs. Map painter engaged. Zoom me out. I want to see my map. Hold on. What is all this? What the heck? The Baron is attacking Charn? Alright. Round up the boys. We gotta beat him again. I think this was actually another mercenary company he hired, but then he's going to show up to the party too late. Basically, we were able to win the victory before the reinforcements arrived, which was really nice for us. If all of these had been able to engage with us at the same time, or maybe an encirclement, things could have happened very differently. But now we control the region, and I think peace was declared. So they're all marching to get off the map, or can I attack them? Hang on. Do I get an attack option? Yes, no, I'm marching. Basically, if this was an enemy unit, the archers would show a position farther back where they'd then be able to start shooting and use their range. So, instead, we'll run down the bandits, kick them out, and then start our brand new village. Well, this is taking us well into summer. Are there even any bandits left? We've just been marching around for no reason. Hold on. A new message. When spoils of war. When searching through the enemy belongings, you find a stash of goods. They could be sent to your people who surely need them, though it is your right to keep it. Send resources to the nearest town. This belongs to my treasury now. I wish it would tell me what it is. Does it mean that I get like a regional wealth if I keep it, or I can just like incorporate it into my treasury? I would love to have a larger treasury to expand my retinue and then get them armor. I would also like to have a higher regional wealth in the new region where I could then potentially use that to buy like animals, upgrades to the houses, but I don't have a town there at all at the moment. I'm going to hope Sending the resources to the nearest town gives me regional wealth in the new area. And I think that'll be regional wealth gained 126. But it went to Charn, I think. I'm pretty sure it did not go to, yeah, it didn't go to the new region. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Bandit camp kicked out. There actually was no fighting there, I guess. I already killed the bandits, or they were away. They were smart enough just to leave before the main army arrived. And the Baron has been defeated. We control the region. Disband everyone, and let's start planning. Cannot disband outside of the home region. Okay. Walk home, everybody. Walk home. Oh, gosh. Run home if you can. I don't care if you burn fatigue now, because you don't have to fight anymore. As our men walk away, time to set up our brand new settlers camp. There we go. I will nestle them right here on the trade route. Ooh, settlement options. Hold on. You can set up a town. You can set up a farming. No, I cannot select any of these other options. Modest, average. Can I actually change these? I would love to change these, or are these just not available in early access? I mean, I guess I could probably do whatever I want with the town. I want to turn them into a farming village. That's what I would really prefer, but it's all grayed out. Okay, so... Or would I have to have more capital? Ah, maybe you need more capital. We're going to go with just the most modest basic start here in the beginning, and then we'll make sure that we have more in the treasury in our next expansion to see if we're able to play around with these. Region is settled at Farmville. Treasury changes, and we are good to go. We have the hitching. Okay, hang on. So what all did we get? This is like our previous start. We put the homeless people's tents right on the trade route. Are you kidding me? Okay, we got our supplies. Fantastic. Let's go. Construction. Can I send... I don't think you can actually send lumber. Let's make sure that we can get the logging camp in place. I'm envisioning this as fields. This is kind of industry. This is our initial sources of food. That means we could do logging within this area as well, right? We put the logging camp just like nestled in here. Road connect that sucker. Alright, Farmville doing very well. Granary, storehouse, up and running. Hitching post is connected. Wish we could. Can I move these? You cannot move the homeless people's tents. Okay. Well. Hang on. Oh, that's still just a little bit of timber that we have remaining. Okay, that's fine. I'm thinking that we put the housing first forms of a residential. I mean, central here makes the most sense. If we go in this area, we clear away some trees that we want to be available for them. We could build our initial houses like really close to the early work zones. Got the hunting camp, definitely assign somebody there. And then we're gonna have the forager's hut. We'll want to assign somebody there. So yeah, let's go ahead and just do that. So we're gonna have the house for the hunters. What the heck? Not enough supplies. The settlement needs more food, more fuel. Check. Oh, yeah. Fuel would be very important as well. Let's get that. Woodcutter's Lodge. I mean, for now, we'll go ahead and tuck you in right here. Getting back to the pack station here, I want to barter to Farmville, and I want to send some type of food. What's available to us? Vegetables is our most plentiful. Yeah, we have so many vegetables. Okay. Send them vegetables. Both regions must offer something for barter to work. Are you kidding me? I can't just give them? What if I just like ask for stone, right? Hold on. They don't have stone, but I'm hoping that I could still just send vegetables. When moving things between regions, the exchange value of goods needs to match. For instance, if you exchange iron, let's say 14 silver per unit for firewood at 7 silver per unit, the barter value is 2x. You get 2 firewood for every iron. Interesting. So They actually work as independent communities, not really like a satellite feeding the larger one. They're gonna have to be able to exchange evenly. Honestly, that's kind of frustrating to have to manage here. It makes sense, but it is gonna be frustrating. Okay, my people are bartering? You're walking along? I thought you had pack animals for this. I literally bought you guys mules. Instead, you're just walking with little... Oh, there we go. Okay. We got them. So if you guys show up... Like, where do you go? There's not a barter station on this side of the map. I'm so curious if this is how it really works. There they go. They went to the granary. And then they showed up the storehouse. And yes. Hang on. Granary has vegetables. They're bringing in the food. Oh, they actually do have stone to barter. That was okay. I didn't realize that I had an initial stockpile of stone that they would still be able to take. I wanted to know what would happen if I choose a good that they have like no access to. I should have been. Clearly should have been smarter on what I was selecting here. So take me to pack station. Yeah, we're not bartering stone anymore. Instead, we're bartering, cloaks. They obviously don't make cloaks. There we go. Let's see if that does anything. I guess at least we got that one shipment of food. And I don't think that stone was going to be all that valuable for me anyway. I mean, it's good for building the church, but we're going to build on this stone deposit anyway. To be able to get access to it pretty quickly. Or we could just bring stone back, potentially. Yes, we're down to 8 stone. But we left off 14 vegetables. Seems like we did give more than we would have taken, even at the 2 times trade value. I like this. Ah, great. Baron is coming after our core settlement yet again. Let's make sure we're prepared here. Made a little distraction battle with the Baron, but we're back working on Farmville now. I actually love the idea of being able to start over here and have a fresh town. Learn everything that we did, take all the lessons in town planning and layout, and see how much we're able to improve our new village here. We're expanding this house. Oh, that's in Charn. Okay. Yeah, I don't think anybody else is going to be like moving into Farmville for a little bit here, but we need to get housing up for everybody. We've got the timber in place here. Okay, excellent. No, so the pack station will not send food unless Farmville has something to trade. The people in our core village are very stingy. They're not going to help their friends out in the new village. This actually has to launch itself. So it might take us a little bit getting set up. We're going to have to effectively just rebuild it. And then once we have goods to send back, then we can get anything that they're not producing themselves. But here at the very beginning, it's pretty easy to cover all the basic necessities. So I think we're going to try and be as self-sufficient as possible. And then once we get the farm fields in place, we can just send all of that stuff back into Charn. Oh, Farmville just hit its first development point. We have become a small village with 5 houses. I'm at a loss to where I've even built my houses. Okay. We've got a scattered, dispersed little population, but now we can begin specializing. We definitely want to improve our farming opportunities, heavy plow, fertilization, bakeries, sheep breeding, orchardry, irrigation, rye cultivation. I think rye could be effective within a crop rotation. Also being able to get trade logistics could be very nice for setting up those early trade routes, make some regional wealth, which would be really important because they have to treat them as like their own village. They can't really rely on Charn propping them up too much, though they could still barter, which is a better deal. It'll be better than trading, but I do need some regional wealth to be able to get my upgrades. And of course, we'll get a couple other development points. It's kind of like, what do you want first? And what do you know that you don't care too much about? Sheep breeding, I probably don't care. We already have sheep in Charn. The rest of this, I know that I'm going to want fertilization. I believe. Heavy plow for sure. Bakeries. Orchardry could be nice. I don't know about irrigation. Maybe probably irrigation as well. So then that would mean that we could go for trade logistics early on here. I think I'm going to want another region to be like the military, deep mining. Yeah, this makes sense when I have a better iron mine, right? Yeah, let's go trade logistics as our starter. I think that's going to be really effective for us. We had to run the barter route again because we took that little bit of stone away, so we had to bring it back. This time in exchange, I think I did for hides. So the value of stone is so low, they brought a ton of stone in. So we've got, how much available right now? 33? Yeah, that'll be able to get us a church. Which, oh, I need planks. I forgot I needed planks. Okay, what's going to be faster? If I produce planks I mean, I will need to produce planks myself. Let's go the self-sufficient route. I was just wondering, like, what if I just bartered them in? Probably either one would be a sufficient option. Let's go ahead and set this up right here. Perfect, my friends. Farmville is flourishing. The wooden church is almost completed. We're building up the trading post. We're at year 9 right now. I think we're going to carry the episode through to year 10. We'll see how far we're able to get on setting this up as the farming center, the hub, the bread basket, to be able to feed our armies, pushing the Baron out of these lands once and for all. I think we have some other just kind of basic necessities to make sure we're covering before we build a industry on like that. And not a moment too soon. If, come on. I just need a couple more logs in place. But if people get any less happy, then they're going to start leaving. The great thing is I don't think I'm going to have to tax this at all. I'm making enough out of our central village to not really worry treasury-wise. And then that'll help largely with approval in this area. People will love living where there's no taxes, as long as there's houses. Hopefully we're able to fill them. Oh no, Farmville's under attack. Brigands are on their way to rob and pillage our little settlement. Okay, we are raising the militia from Charn, and we're gonna try and come in after them. Okay, the brigands have spotted our forces. We're gonna go ahead and wait, allowing them to come to us here as we form up. We were able to upgrade our retinue every single knight. Has the most advanced armor we could buy. These are truly the heavy infantry champions that we've been needing. Archers, backing them up, and we have the polearm militia as well. Why are you walking backwards? Please do not do this. Don't do this to me, guys. I was telling you to advance. Yep, enemies have been spotted. I mean, this is a great unit, but I don't want them fighting 4 units of brigands. Looks like we're going to be stuck with the engagement being a little piecemeal here. I'm going to go ahead and throw the retinue at them. What's the disadvantage here? Fatigue and cohesion? Okay. We should, just on quality of units, have such an advantage. We'll be okay. You guys, help them out. Hold the flank. Yeah. Take this unit off them. You boys, line up here. Lob them. Shoot at will. Pick these guys off on the side. Give them a charge. Nope. Sideline. Come on. You guys have to catch them. Get these guys. You're on fire at will. You are not. Now you are. Perfect. What was that? Guys are just destroying them. Now we have taken a few casualties. That's going to get expensive, but we have the treasury to be able to handle it. And I mean, it's 1 unit fighting 3. They get some range support, but still. This is amazing. Get at them. Oh, it's beautiful. Come on, guys. You don't need to be just... Yes. Yes! They have no discipline, they have no morale. There we go, taken out. I have a problem here in Farmville is that they are not building market stalls. I don't understand. Why wouldn't they be building them? Is it some kind of supply? You have to have planks or timber. No, I have supplies of both of those. Like, what does it cost to build a stall? And why aren't you doing it? Basically, people are unhappy. There's not enough fuel or food in the market. Well, yeah, you guys have food and fuel for the next 2 years. You're just not choosing to set up stalls to actually have a functioning market. Of course, the Baron is coming again, and I have bad news. What I brought up with the market there, I was looking online a little bit and saw some other players with the exact same issue and no fixes. So, Farmville might be dead on arrival due to early access buggery. Thankfully, Charn is in a successful enough position that we should be able to keep on advancing. I don't know, maybe a save and a restart will be able to bring things back, but we're going to have to figure all that out in the next episode. This one has moved on long enough. We have lapsed forward 10 years into our settlement. And as we take stock at all that we've been able to construct, I'm actually really satisfied with what we have. Expanded residential areas. Our manor is starting to look fantastic. And booming trade here in Charn means that we're able to afford pretty much anything that we need, anything that we want. And with our first conquest region under our belts, should only be a matter of time till we roll the Baron out of this region entirely. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next episode.